All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1003, Carrera versus Carrera.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Carrera,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes. So I brought this case before you because I'm currently paying for extracurricular activities for our daughter.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more money than I thought it was going to be. So I would like my wife, Sheila, to reimburse me for it.
Okay. So you guys are separated?
Yes.
Okay. What type of extracurricular activities is the child involved?
So our daughter is very big into sports.
Okay.
So she plays soccer, and it's just like the cost of cleats, the cost of like gloves, because she plays goalie. It's just a lot of upkeep for me, and she makes more money than I do, so I kind of want help with it.
Okay. I see here, ma'am, from the tax returns that you make about $100,000 a year.
Strap in, folks. What begins as a simple disagreement over soccer cleats quickly spirals into a courtroom showdown with stakes higher than any offside call. This is Carrera versus Carrera. A high-earning mother, a financially stretched father, and a child caught in the middle of a custody and child support battle that's anything but routine. When the gloves come off, both on the field and in court, things get personal fast. What seems like a minor spat over goalie gloves becomes Exhibit A in a legal tug-of-war. And when the judge starts crunching numbers, let's just say someone's paycheck won't be making it to extra time. You've got a dad who's been covering more than just corner kicks, a mom blindsided by a financial foul, and a judge who's not interested in pity plays. Think child support is just about custody? Think again. Stick around. There's a twist that turns the whole fair share debate upside down. So who's really playing fair here? You decide.
Not previously ordered?
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys in agreement to do that? Or you don't want to pay child support? What's going on?
I don't think it's necessary. We split her 50-50. She's at my house just as much. She's with me just as much, if not more.
Your Honor, I would say that's probably an argument for her to pay me if we're splitting.
Here's where things really start to heat up. Mom's pulling in a clean $100,000 a year, while dad's out here footing the bill, cleats, gloves, goalie dreams, all on his own. Now pause for a second. You'd think someone making six figures would pitch in for their kids' sports gear, right? Most people would say absolutely, but her response? No hesitation, no guilt, just a calm, I don't think it's necessary. That's not just a red flag. That's a full-blown banner waving from the sidelines.
All of it.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So you kind of like told on yourself. So you ready to move forward with the numbers?
Sure.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get ready with the numbers. So it looks like you make, like I said, $100,000 a year. Do you work overtime, or is that regularly what you make?
No, I work overtime. But
Okay. And does that include overtime?
Yes, ma'am. It's a salaried position, so it's just straight out.
Okay, got it. All right. So at $100,000 a year, I have your gross at $10,000 a month. Before I continue, who pays health insurance?
We both do.
We both.
Okay, how much do you pay?
$348 or $386.
$386.
Yeah, $386.
And I
how
pay
much?
$200.
Okay, and you both plan on maintaining those health insurance policies?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. That way, nobody has to reimburse anybody for health insurance, but because you do carry health insurance and you're going to be ordered to pay child support, I can give you credit for the $386. So that brings your net down to $6,988.19. Which, how many children? Just one?
Just one.
Okay, so 20% of that brings your child support obligation to $1,391.60.
And just like that, bam, Dad walks straight into the trap. By insisting custody is 50-50, he hands the judge a golden opportunity. Exactly. So why should you be paying for everything? It's courtroom self-sabotage at its finest. Wanting fairness is one thing, but giving the judge the exact argument to use against you, that's a whole different ball game. So the real question is, was that brutal honesty or a tactical misstep?
Should cover any expenses and anything like that because the child is heavily involved. Sounds like an extracurricular activity, excuse me. Are there any other questions?
Nope.
You don't look happy about this. What's going on?
I just think that it's a bit of an exorbitant amount, but we discussed it in the beginning when the split happened. He agreed, and
Agreed to what amount?
none.
Oh, you're saying child support, but you do understand that as the child gets older and heavily involved in
Yes.
different activities. I wasn't done.
Oh,
Involved heavily in different activities, you understand that expenses increase.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the amount of child support is based on how much money you make. Child support is based on a simple calculation. So you make $100,000 a year, that's what your child support is. I mean, if you want it to be lower.
Let's break it down. Mom's gross monthly income tops $10,000. After insurance adjustments, her child support obligation lands at about $1,291.64. That's roughly 14% of her income. Let's be real, it's not pocket change, but it's far from the outrageous figure she's making it out to be. This isn't a punishment, it's proportional parenting in financial form. So here's the real question. Is she upset about the amount or the fact that she's no longer in control of the purse strings?
You chose the profession.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Oof. That judge didn't just drop the gavel, she dropped a truth bomb. You chose the profession. Translation? The court doesn't care if it feels unfair. The law only cares about the math. Income drives obligation, not emotions. This moment highlights a brutal but important reality in family law. When circumstances change, custody, finances, lifestyle, so do legal obligations. Ever felt blindsided by a ruling like this? Let us know in the comments. We read every single one, so let's recap. Dad walked into court asking for help with goalie gloves. Instead, he walked out with a full-blown child support order. Why? Because mom's income and the kid's growing needs made it necessary. This case is a powerful reminder. Child support isn't about who's nicer or who agreed to what years ago. It's about now, about fairness, balance, and the child's best interests. Even with 50-50 custody, if one parent earns significantly, more support can still be owed. That's not favoritism. That's the law. So, what do you think? Was the judge being fair? Did Dad get justice? Or just another bill? If this case hit you as hard as it hit us, hit that like button, share your take in the comments, and subscribe for more shocking courtroom breakdowns. Because let's be honest, kids don't grow up on good intentions alone. And here at Support Court, the truth gets the final word.
So they had an existing order where no child support was ordered. Well, under Texas law, when there's been a material and substantial change in circumstance, the court can go in and review the order to determine whether or not child support should be paid. Well, you heard that Dad was covering all the expenses for the child to participate in all these different activities. So it warranted mom to be able to help finance those activities for the child. So that's the reason why mom was ordered to pay child support. Do you know of anyone who's experienced a similar situation? Be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure you comment below. You never know, their story may end up as a scenario